In order for one to become a great parent, one has to acknowledge the past of what their parents and their parents' parents and their parents' parents have done in order for them to make a change. Like, say, for example, you have an abusive family. Like, and I'm not saying that mine was like this. Some people really have messed up families like this. Let's say that every day someone put their hands on you, but you don't want that for your child. So there are two things that you have to do. Number one, realize that you are going to get annoyed sometimes. Once you can settle and make peace with that reality, you can now set up things so that you can prevent what happened to you from happening to them. And secondly, and this is most importantly, if you were to have a partner, whether it's the child's parent at birth or someone else that comes along to try to step up, make sure they are a great parent. Do not choose anybody that's just going to treat your child anyway, but you're just happy because they just make you feel some type of way. No. If we're going to choose somebody for your kids, not only you. Choose them for your kids, not only you. Because once you do, those two things, plus more, as long as that timer goes, plus more, I can guarantee you, you will have a great time raising your kids. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But what I will say is, you'll face it with confidence. Man, that's the thing. I really do. And yes, I'm mixing a little personality in it. I'm mixing my own personal experience in it. I really do want a child right now. I may be 21 and I may be wanting to have fun, but at the same time, I do kind of want to settle down. At the same exact time, I haven't found the right woman. And I'm not at a place where I want to be. I'm there in every other area except one. As soon as I can get that one taken care of, it's golden. What that one is, I'll never tell. But still, being a parent is so easy yet tiring. But me, I'm still gonna be in my delulu. It's easy, no matter what. A single parent, quite difficult. Because if you have to get something taken care of, there's no one else to back you up aside from your own family members. And if they have something to do, then you're 10 times out of 10 taking your child where you have to go. That's basically what happened with me and my mother. Yeah, so technically I don't blame her for the way she is now. At the same time, there are certain things I would have went about very differently. At the exact same time, we're in a different time. So context is very important. But still, as we're moving forward, parenting is about to become very easy. Discipline is about to get very easy. And I am making that large claim because of one thing. People want to stop this cycle because they realize that because their parents have gotten whippings, their parents translated that same exact behavior to them. And they realized that didn't solve the problem, that didn't solve the issue. Physical violence never solves the issue. It may sometimes, but constantly doing it, a person will get numb to it to the point where they will either rebel, get scared, or rebel while being scared. And so I still stick by what I say. Learn from God. Let the child do what he wants. She wants. They, them, I don't care what gender, sex your child goes by. Let them do what they want. However, step in when absolutely necessary. And when they do something like break a vase, you don't just immediately yell at them. Get their understanding. If they don't feel bad, find a way to discipline them without putting your hands on them. Because you will get annoyed if it's constant. But if you want to prevent the cycle, then you're going to have to find a way to discipline that child correctly so that they understand. Or rather, show them without having them experience physical pain or mental abuse or spiritual abuse, that their actions do have consequences. And yes, I was going to continue this, but no, I had to pause on that one. But yeah, so if I were to do something, it depends on the age. If they're two, oh, that's tricky. Depends on the age and context. Am I a single parent? Did my wife pass away? Please, God, don't. Is my wife gone, but the vase is broken? Let me pause real quick. Because that's the thing. A child is going to run rampant anyways. And it's not like they aren't going to learn that dropping things are going to cause that consequence. But if we expect a child to be a child, make a child-proof environment. That way, if the child hurts themselves, they'll realize that they did this. And if they do it constantly, hold on. Sorry, that was a dark spirit back there that I seen. And if they keep doing it and they realize that they are hurting themselves, they will eventually stop. But not to the point where you have to step in. To the point where it's like, oh my God, I keep doing this. Something that their baby brains can understand. And for the love of God, stop talking to kids like they are teenagers, like they are 7 years old, like they are adults. They are 2, 3, 4, and 5. They are kids with low attention spans, really just doing whatever, being whatever, seeing whatever. And because you are going through that mental turmoil, you're trying to talk to them so that they can understand. You cannot make that child, you truly cannot make that child understand something. They have came into this world truly clueless about the world that they are experiencing, and you expect them to know what you know. Like, get that through your skull. Imagine if you wanted to do a front flip and everyone in the gym expected you to do a front flip as soon as you walk in that gym. You're not going to be able to do it. Some, that very small few may, but most people won't. Most kids won't. So stop talking to your kids like they are going to listen to you when they truly will not. Those kids will not listen to you. They will be attached and they will copy what you do. Ooh, hold on. We got to do a part 2. Okay, expect some lag because it's hot. You can see the sweat. But continuing on this, because it's mostly going to be words, a child that young is not really going to listen to you. They are just now understanding what walking is, what talking is. They are just now being able to speak, let alone try to understand what that speak means. Huh. Something just unlocked. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait. If you are an adult trying to talk to a child like they are going to understand what you are saying, you will always lose. You will always lose that battle because that child is growing. That child is trying, that child wants to understand. But rather, they are understanding everything about them and everything around them to begin with. So you trying to, because that's the thing, you hitting them randomly because you are frustrated about what you don't want them to do. You're just telling them that they can't even explore themselves, which is why people like them, and other adults with those toxic behaviors are the way that they are. They were afraid to express themselves because their parents didn't know that they were just children, and we can't blame them for that. And likewise, we can't even blame our parents for treating us like that because that's how they were raised. But they haven't realized what we realized. That's how we have the upper hand now. So now we can finally raise our children the way they deserve to be raised. Because I guarantee you, and this is something I already accepted, my children will be better than me. I know that. My children will be smarter, more intelligent, faster, braver. They will do things that I wouldn't do. And I'm here for it. I'm here for the support. I know that for a fact. And that's another thing. Like, expect your children to do things that you wouldn't do. Don't. That's different from having them do something because you don't want to do it. But expect them to do things that they want to do, but things that you wouldn't do if you had the same option. Expect that. And yeah, you just stay in there until they like 5, 6, 7. Get away, you pesky little buggy. You just do that. Hold on. I gotta use a bit of science real quick. Wind gust. Wind gust. Wind gust. Usually a couple wind gusts get them away. Mess up their flight patterns. But anyways, you keep that up until they're able to understand, usually at the age of 7, because don't know how the elders knew that unless they were studying, obviously. But you wait till the age of 7 until they can understand that their actions do have consequences. And that's when you can say, no, don't do that. If they learn earlier, or if they can understand earlier, that's when you can say, no, don't do that. But when they get to the point where they can ask why, now you can answer those questions and be like, okay, because of blank, 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 blank. Now 7 to 12, that's a bit easier because they have questions they want to explore more. Express that. Play on that. Give them more of what they want to explore, unless it's gonna damage them. But still, when they become 13 or 12 and older, oh, there go the glitches. Hold on. Fits. I am so sorry. Bro, this looks so weird and so glitchy, but still, I'm gonna finish this up with the owl voice. When they get 12, 13 and older, you can finally step back and be like, oh my God, thank you. Because now you realize if they want to come to you for things, they will. So you don't gotta force them. But you do gotta tell them about other things. You do gotta tell them about how people are gonna make them feel a certain way about how they express themselves, but allow them to be themselves despite how others may judge them, to the point where they will become adults. You tried the best you could. You did the best you could. And you see that your progress was great. You could have did a whole much better, but you finally sit back, drink your glass of cocoa with your husband or wife or whoever you want to call them. You just sit back and you just said, a job well done. A job well done indeed. Ashe, peace out, adios. Wait. Ashe, peace out, adios.